I just kind of realized this morning I haven't had any talks with these girls in the mornings. I've just been coming in and walking clear down to the other end and giving them grain since all the hay's at this end. We got Big Girl's kid there, backing out. 241's kid here. 241's kid seems to be probably the most curious / sociable. But then, who the heck this would be? She's like second closest to coming up and seeing what's going on. Isn't that right, Sapphire? But I just spent a minute or two talking to him before I started videoing it, and had 5 of them right here within 6-8 inches of my face. Pull the camera out and they back off so they can actually fit in the camera. These girls really haven't gotten a lot of socialization with us. I mean, we come in and I don't know, you get 1 or 2 in here, they decide they're going to kick up their heels and run out the doors, so the rest of them follow. You come say hi or not? No? Not today? How about 241? Yeah? Almost touched me, that's not quite. Interesting to see what she does. Her mama ain't here anymore. Big Girl's calf. Oh, I get 721 to come say hi? Yeah, your big brother used to say hi to me every morning in the back barn. Don't know who you are because your tag's kicked up. Oh, our gripe on tags. The calf tags hold up long enough. I mean, I don't know how well you can see these, but there's not a single one in here that you cannot read. And they're all, well, some of these in here, those tags are just over a year old. Others are just under a year old. I think the youngest calf in here is Big Girl's calf. And I believe she was an April calf. And there's the littlest one in here, Little Miss Hope. She was a February, I think. February or March. Can't quite read because that's smaller right at the bottom. March 20th, I think it says. So, okay, she's got a little ways to go. Mini Moose calf there, 21AZ. Yes, I'm talking about you. 241 just keeps coming back into the camera. And that tag, there we go. That's Big Girl's 324A. Her tag got bumped up when she backed up, I guess. But anyway, and no, there's only 4 of these that have been tied. Yeah, that means there's 8 that have not. So 8 of them have no clue what a halter is yet, which could prove interesting at a later date. Ty said something about tying the other day, and then poof, she was off doing other things. So I suggested, before we actually get serious with calving, maybe taking them, it's a bunch at once, but take the 8 that need it and tie them over there in the lockups. Do them all at once, rather than doing 4 at a time up here, because it takes the same amount of time. So anyway, get them fed. That's the last I got to do. And yes, it's raining this morning. Apparently Saturday is supposed to be 0% chance of rain. Otherwise we got, from like 15% to 100%. Might have to put my rain gear on to do stuff I got to get done. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah,
look who's here, who just woke up.
Sorry.
She's got to get kisses and smiles. She got a definite on her this morning. She just took her coat off. And Ty said she put her coat on all by herself this morning.
Putting her jacket on all by herself this morning, huh? And she said, "Mama and Dada" last night for the first time.
Yeah, last night she said da 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 to her daddy, and then a little while later it was da 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 da, and then she went mama mama mama. And she was seeing Titi yesterday.
Can you say Titi?
She'll probably never see Grandpa.
Oh ma! Yay, Blakey!
Okay, things to do. While I'm out here, yeah, there's that tree. The other half is right there. It fell down 2-3 years ago. And I don't know how many more are over there that fell down. But when we had that, we kept all that crap cleaned up. That tree never would have had a chance to fall down. Well, at least after that half fell, the other half wouldn't have. And looky here. It's time for lunch. I'm going to leave the cows locked in the barn. I'm going to go to the other end and I'm going to open up the maternity pen so they have water. Because I'm probably going to be all afternoon in here. Our low spot. I'm going to take some of them concrete chunks that are at the bottom of the hill. See if I can get them laid in here. This is the edge of the other concrete that's in here. Chunks. And right about there is the edge of the poured concrete. Pretty close anyway. Yeah, right there. Which is, settling. I don't remember if we put a chunk in there or not. I'm not going to step in there to find out because it's about knee deep if we didn't. But there's concrete there. There's some here. I'll hopefully find pieces that'll fit together and at least get that and maybe get another layer on top. Fill rock in between them. And maybe get another layer on top. Depending on how it works out. When we redid the lot last time was shortly after time where we started dating, which has been quite a few years ago, long before Dad got sick. There's a white stake over there that lines up from our catch basin that runs under through here. When we did it, it's a 14-inch steel pipe, and it was exposed just about what you see in the camera, about that length. Like there was 3 or 4 inches of it sticking up. And they were on a job at asphalt and concrete chunks, and we just started bringing it in. I spent, I don't know how many days. Was there 4 trucks hauling in here? And between the skid steer and the excavator, I was weaseling pieces around and getting them to lay down and filling in holes. And every now and then you bring me a load of reject. I get a layer down. So what if there was gaps between them? And worried to make sure I got a load of reject, and I'd fill in between them and lay another layer down. But I want to say, when we were said and done, about where that white stake is, there's almost 10 feet of concrete and asphalt underneath that. That's how much it been worn down out here. And don't ask me how many loads there was, because I really don't know. Doesn't really matter. And we top dressed the whole thing with 6 inches of reject. And, as you can tell, there's a chunk there, chunk sticking up there. There's actually like 3 of them in a row across there. There's 3 or 4 over in there that are sticking up. And it was all buried pretty good. And I know my pile of reject back there has got to be wet, just like how wet the ground is here. And let's check with Maury, see if I get a couple loads today. Yeah, I might be able to get a load today. Probably won't, but might. One of those things. Because all the trucks are busy. So what I do over there, I got to get that done before the cows come out of the barn. What I do over there, I'll use what I have. See how far it goes anyway. And he said tomorrow I shouldn't have any trouble getting some. So tomorrow, I'm going to hope those cows don't make too big of a mess, because trying to put rock down over manure doesn't work so well. You end up with soft spots and it blows out. They're going to start with a load right here, and I'm going to see how far it goes over here. And it's probably going to take 2 loads right here. I told him I might need 3 or 4. And he was nice enough to tell me, since I got those last 2 loads, price has gone way up. I mean, by the time I bought a load that's back there, and the trucking on that was less than just the price of the rock is now. Gee, you know who we can thank for that. Anyway, I'm gonna get some lunch. Yeah, being it's the last day of the month, keep in mind, when I had the freezing weather, that was in the shop empty. Just over 5 inches now, and I think it was the second day when everything was thawing out and it was raining that I put that up. So that's what we've got, since 2 days after all the snow and ice. And of course, the weather station, it didn't count any of the snow and ice, but it's at almost 12 inches. So I'm kind of figuring, a couple inches is what it didn't count. A lot of frickin' rain for 1 month. I think that's like twice what we got last year for January. But finally get back to this. I'm gonna hose a little off that bucket and go see if I can weasel some concrete chunks into the bucket. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to put something else on it. And I might just be lazy. Maybe I'll screw hosing the bucket. It ain't as bad as I thought. It ain't gonna hurt. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get in and go. It's raining. Yeah, Ty already left, so you don't get to see Blakely for the parting shot. Darn it. Oh well. And there was a slight chance I might have got a couple loads today, but that chance dwindled in a hurry. And tomorrow was supposed to be good with however many loads I wanted. And Maury got a phone call from pretty good size outfit he does a lot of work for. They said, hey, you're going to be in Madras tomorrow. Not that he wants to be. They were supposed to have been there first of the week, but they didn't get one of the permits that the underground contractor needed, so that didn't happen. I'm smart, I'll go down here and turn this light on first while I'm here. I was hoping Ty was going to do that earlier, but she didn't. But anyway, sounds like he'll be here early in the morning with his equipment trailer in tow. Drop his trailer, dump a load right by that gate right there. And then go grab me another load and then leave. And I'll bring you back in a minute. Quicker in a minute, but I needed both hands to shut that gate and put the chain on it. It's got 2 shots and a chain, and you got to lift it to get it hooked. But anyway, it's going to take me at least 2 loads to cover that back up. And this other one I just stepped on. And I know you've all watched the cows work their way around it. And Maury brought me 2 loads of concrete chunks last summer. One of those loads is underneath this rock. And he brought me 2 loads of reject. No, right before it rained. Started raining. One of those loads is right here. There's about between 4 and 6 inches of rock on top. Edge of the concrete. Right in there. I'd like to have more rock. But this rock is small. It's all like 3/4 and smaller. Makes for a pain in the butt doing what I'm doing. But I can walk through here now. And we'll see what they think of it. They're going to go, well, she's going to go all the way through on it. If they don't jump and screw around too much on it. This being wet, I really couldn't pack this. I got one pass. You found the edge, didn't you, sweetheart? Apparently there's a hole right there, middle of the screen. I packed it. I usually go over things 2 different directions at least. Yeah, take your time, Boomer. I don't blame you a bit. You saw her fall in the hole. Boomer, don't you dig it up. Anyway, that was blowing out. You can see along the edge over there where they're walking, and a spot there it blew out. And it's soft where they're over there. But back scraped it twice. Back scraped it once, which actually packed quite a bit. Then ran over it and packed it the one direction, once over, and back scraped it again. So it is what it is. They'll pack it down better as long as they don't screw around on it. She's finding where it blew out on me. It's like, what the hell is this shit? So anyway, and hey, the rain held off. A few drops here and there all day long, but now it's raining, so I'm not going to complain about that. So thanks for watching, everybody. And one that just went in, looks like she's got a really loose butt. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll have a calf in the morning. I have no idea. So, hope you all have a great Thursday.